Cooper Kupp having surgery on IR. That means he's out for a minimum of 4 games, but 3 wins. The Rams aren't making the playoffs. The Rams are not making the playoffs. They, especially without Cooper Kupp, they're not making the playoffs. So my guess is he gets shut down eventually. I don't think he comes back. If he does come back, maybe it's the last game. Maybe he comes back very sparingly. There's no hope for Cooper Kupp to help you win your championship. Cooper Kupp on IR. Cooper Kupp out a minimum of 4 games with the ankle surgery. The Fantasy Football Show begins now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios, it's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. Eastern.
So, Cooper Kupp out for a minimum of 4 games, but will likely turn into, I believe, the entire season. It's horrible news. We knew this was probably coming. That ankle injury looked so bad when you watched the footage back, or if you saw it live. It looked like he broke his leg. So the fact that there was even talk about this, like there were people that were reporting on this right out of the gate that went, completely in all these different directions, and then you had people coming back saying it wasn't too bad. X-rays came back, and what did I tell you? Your boy Smitty may not be an official doctor, but I'm one of the better non-doctors, especially in the sports industry, on YouTube. And we talked about his ankle and the fact that it's crazy to think that someone's going to suffer that bad of an injury and come back. And there were so many people out there that were like, talking about how this thing may not be as bad as they thought because X-rays came back negative. You can only determine so much from X-rays. The only thing X-rays can really do when you do initial testing on something like the ankle or the high ankle sprain or anything in the ankle is determine if there's a fracture or a break in the bone. But you need MRI results to look at ligaments and different structural parts of the ankle, the knee, and so forth. There are certain tests you can do, like the ACL test, when the player's sitting on the table and you take the behind the calf just below the knee and you pull on the knee like that. You can tell if the ACL is intact. So a lot of times they can come out of a game without an MRI and say, yeah, probably has a torn ACL. Breece Hall, they kind of knew, probably has a torn ACL. They can tell by the ability to wiggle the knee around. It's not a tight fit anymore, that something snapped inside there. With this ankle, you couldn't tell without the MRI. So a lot of people coming out with this bad, shoddy reporting, So there is risk involved in. I stepped on my own live premiere. We have a live premiere right now that's going on, and I stepped on it. I'm squatting on my own premiere. But we had to break this right now. We had to talk about it right now. No one else is going live on this stuff, so I'm live. I am under the weather today, so there's a chance I don't make the 7 p.m. show. There's a chance I do. We'll find out. It might be a surprise. But your boy Smitty shows up for work no matter what. I just feel like crap today, so I apologize. This is horrible news, though. Horrible news for fantasy football. We've had 3 very, very big injuries. Well, we've had more than that. I mean, we've had Cooper Kupp. We've had Jamar Chase, but he hasn't been season-ending. We've had Breece Hall, Javonte. I mean, there's more than that, but it's been kind of a bad. Mike's watching both the live premiere and this. I appreciate the views on both those, broski. I mean, what can you do? What can you do at this stage? If you had Cooper Kupp, make sure Allen Robinson isn't out there on waivers. I mean, he'd be a great grab right now. A-Rob's definitely going to get an uptick in value. There's no doubt about that. I do believe that the Rams are going to struggle very, very hardcore. Like, this will not be pretty go forward. The Rams will look awful. I don't think they'll run the ball well. This is bad for Kyren Williams, who we thought maybe emerges, maybe not. I don't really feel like there's much hope at all for a lot of these Ram players. Maybe Allen Robinson and Higbee just get a lot of volume and they're playing from behind and they throw. Maybe Stafford has a lot of yards or something, but this is going to be overall. I won't be surprised if Stafford gets shut down at some point with the elbow because they got nothing left to play for. They're going to be ramping up for 2023. Wouldn't shock me at all if they're like, let's pack it in. I'm not saying right now, but definitely could see them doing that at some point. If his elbow starts to bother him, isn't fully healing, they might just pack it in. So horrible news. I wish I had better news for you all. Surgery, Cooper Kupp on the ankle, will be out a minimum of 4 games, but look for that to probably be a lot longer, as this states right here. So placed on IR, Sean McVay. Cooper Kupp is out a minimum of 4 games, which is what IR means. A couple people in the live premiere, or one person said, no, he'll be back in 2 weeks. No, he won't. You get put on IR, you're out 4 games minimum. But the way the Rams season is going could be longer, says Adam Schefter, and I couldn't agree more. So, I mean, anybody that has Cooper Kupp, it's hard to rebound from that. You should have enough depth to get you through it. That's what good managers do. But with all the other injuries, it wouldn't surprise me if a lot of the Cooper Kupp owners also had Breece Hall or Javonte Williams or DeAndre Swift, so it just matters if you escaped all those other things. You might still have a team that could potentially skate by and have that win one game at a time mentality and just knock off one opponent at a time and be the last team standing. It's possible, but losing Cooper Kupp is devastating. It's hard enough to win a championship, right? I mean, you got 11 other people that are fighting against you. It's not easy to win it every year. To win it without Cooper Kupp is very, very tough. And for that, I have a little consolation. You go on over to Underdog Fantasy using promo code Smitty, and you can start your season over again. You can draft each and every single week for that individual week and draft a fantasy team and play DFS. You can also do these over-unders. These prop contests are fantastic, and it's a good way to get extra skin in the game, even if your teams are doing well. But go to Underdog Fantasy. Let's hit the phone. Actually, I don't want to open the phone lines. It'll freeze my system. Let's hit the voicemails. Can I get some voicemails from any of my people? This is Rock Out.
His name is Jeff Saturday. Even though his name lands on the wrong day, you damn right he's going to run the damn ball with JT, just like he told Pan Manning back in the day. We're going around the damn ball.
Thank you, Rock Out. If I could get any voicemails, this one's from NFL.
What's going on, Smitty? I had a A-Rob stash this whole time, so how much of a boost this gives him? Obviously, more looks with Kupp out for at least 4 weeks. So, how high does he go?
I mean, look, A-Rob had what? High-end wide receiver 2 valuation, way too high. I said avoid him. I said don't draft A-Rob. People drafted him in like the 3rd round. It was absolute madness to me. Guy hadn't showed up for years. He was in Chicago, and everybody said, "Oh well, he's gonna be amazing. You know, he's gonna do exactly what Odell was doing over in L.A. He'll be fine." But the truth of the matter was, they had multiple quarterbacks cycling through in Chicago, and he never showed up for one of them the last few years. And guess who did? Mooney. Mooney was able to produce with a rotation of quarterbacks, but A-Rob was not. Therefore, that was a red flag to me. And people were taking him like some people took him at the end of round 2, top of round 3. It was absolutely crazy. However, I do believe, just like Pittman was overdrafted, I said don't draft Pittman. I love Pittman now. It's all liquid. You got to adjust and adapt. You got to be fluid. And a guy like Pittman's fantastic right now because everybody that drafted him high they're going into foreclosure mode and just giving him away. And A-Rob is on waivers in a lot of leagues because people couldn't stand to look at his name anymore on their roster because they spent a 3rd round pick on him or a high 4th round pick, and they can't. They're disgusted, and so they just dropped him, and for good reason at the time. But now A-Rob must be scooped up. I probably need to do a refresher waiver wire video. So definitely going to be, somebody that we need to grab right away. This one's from Ryan.
What's going on, Smitty? Quick question about my tight end position. I have Darren Waller. Been rolling with Taysom as per you for about 4 weeks now.
I know. I'm sorry, bro.
I see there's Likely on the waiver wire. There's Moreo. Back up to Waller. Should I go with one of those or try and target Higbee, Pitts, or Komet? Let me know.
I mean, if Komet's on waivers, you grab Komet, but it sounds like you're acquiring those guys. So I don't mind you trading for one of those guys, but it depends on the cost. The moment you sit Taysom Hill, take one for the team. The moment you sit Taysom Hill, he's going to go crazy. So please sit him. I don't mind you sitting Taysom Hill. I still like him, but at what cost? Can we start him now? We wait till he maybe bounces back. Maybe he gets some more defined role going on with the changing of quarterbacks and changing of the guard there in New Orleans. We don't know how that's going to look. Maybe they use him as quarterback more often and move away from the Red Rocket, Andy Dalton. But I would definitely say, give me Moreau. Moreau's going to be heavily targeted. I like him. If those other options you said at the end, like Higbee, those guys probably are not on waivers, but if they are, you need to grab them. This is bad news, guys. Bad news. And then we have the other news. Goedert. Goedert's out for an extended period of time. I didn't have time to talk about that yet. Let me go ahead and put that on screen here real quickly. Goedert is out for an extended period of time. I'll get a time frame on that. It's tough to say what that's going to be, but here, let me put that up here. Extended period of time is what they're saying with the shoulder injury. I think no one knows how long. And here come the speculators. It's going to be 3.475 weeks. No one knows. No one knows yet. But this news broke just minutes before the Cooper Kupp news broke. Goedert will miss... We did a live premiere. I went live on a live premiere. I'm in my chat talking with everybody. The Goedert news broke. Yeah, we know, Sam. The Goedert news... Appreciate you, though, Sam. The Goedert news broke in the live stream on the premiere, and then immediately after that, the Cooper Kupp news broke immediately during the live. So in the live premiere, we had 2 pieces of breaking news happen, so that's why Smitty came in here and went live for you all right now. Dallas Goedert will miss extended time with a shoulder injury suffered in the win over the Commanders last night. Sources tell me this is being reported by Mike Gruffalo. Not a season ender though. Injury added to, yeah. So this is tough to know. I guess you'd want to think about Mark Andrews here missing multiple weeks and looking very potentially likely to play this week. So that's a 2 to 3 week window of time. But the severity could be different. His could be a lot lesser. His could be a lot worse. We don't know. And that's where I think people are going to speculate, and they shouldn't because we don't know. So we're probably, I would say, a safe expectation level is 2 to 3 weeks. He's out 2 weeks. Maybe he comes back a third week. Could be less, could be more. We'll have to wait and see. So Goedert down, Kupp down. Goedert out for not the season, but 2 to 3. Kupp out at least 4 weeks, probably the year. I imagine. Look, if you got 3 wins, how are you gonna win games? How are you gonna win games without Cooper Kupp? You're not. The answer is you're not. Maybe you win a couple, but I mean, you're not making the playoffs. You've got 3 wins right now, and even if you had a healthy Cooper Kupp, you're talking about a very tall order to try and get into a wild card spot. You're not winning the division. The Niners, the Seattle Seahawks, and the Cardinals. There's no way, even with a healthy Cooper Kupp, the way the Rams were playing, even with a healthy Cooper Kupp, we're going to be able to win the division in the NFC West. There is no way. I'll put it at almost 0% chance the way that the things are going. Without Cooper Kupp, -% chance they make the playoffs through a wild card seed. Just negative. They're not making the playoffs. Why on earth would you bring Cooper Kupp back and rush him along when he's out a minimum of 4 weeks and having surgery? You don't have surgery on your ankle and go full go the 5th week. That's not the way it works. So if anybody's expecting Cooper Kupp to be back in the 5th week when they have nothing to play for, you're living in fairy tale land. You're living in Roy's bedroom. Get in the time machine. As you can see by the calendar, July 2022, we have gone back in time. Here's the calendar in Roy's bedroom. As you can tell, we're back in time in Roy's bedroom. And Roy, let me put the calendar. The calendar says 2022 July. We're going to try and warn Roy about Cooper Kupp. Psst. Roy, I see your eyes are open, Roy. Don't draft Cooper Kupp. Don't do it, Roy. What a season, man. What a season. What a kick to the nads. I will tell you this. Nothing excites me more than January 1. And I'm not trying to tell you. A lot of you might be looking forward to that. Okay, so that's why I say it. I'm going to go full go for everybody else that's fighting for their championship. And we got a lot of people in here that are still in it. Not everybody owned Cooper Kupp. Okay, but a lot of you owned Cooper Kupp. And I'm here, at least I would say like 2 out of 12 people watching right now own Cooper Kupp, because odds are in one of your leagues, you're doing 3 or whatever, you probably own him. Maybe 1 out of 12 people own a Cooper Kupp. So I'm here to help all of you, prepare you mentally for what's about to embark on January 1 when the ball drops. Okay, when the ball drops on January 1, your boy Smitty isn't out there boozing with a blue cup or a red cup. I don't do that. I'm too old for that. I'm here grinding like I am right now. I'm sick right now. I don't know if I'm even going to be live at the 7 p.m. show. Your boy Smitty's down and out. I was going to sleep all day long and this news broke. Unbelievable. It doesn't, when you need sleep, when you need to rest up, this is when this stuff breaks. I can't imagine that any other news will break. If it does, I'm probably going to be sleeping. Okay? Maybe I'll give Ron Navy the bat line so that if anything crazy happens, he can call and it can flash red above the, outside all the rooms in the house. And, the only problem is Ron Navy would probably abuse that for some minor Pittsburgh Steeler news. They'd be like, Fryermuth reconstructed his contract. Smitty, this is a big deal. You need to be live right now. Ron Navy would probably abuse the bat line, I think, for Steeler-related content. But I'm going to rest up after this and see if I can get live for the 7 p.m. show. But just know I could potentially be down and out. I might come live just to tell you I'm not going live. I might do like a 30-minute show of telling you I'm not going to go live. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. Maybe resting up will help. But anyway, I work 365. I work on Christmas. I work on Christmas Eve. I work 365. I go live every single day at least once. Sometimes twice. Sometimes 3 times. You can always find me. I'm always there. You know your favorite show that's Monday through Friday, and then the weekend comes, you're a little bummed on Saturday that it's not a new show. It's or your channel you watch, a new news network or whatever. Your boy Smitty's here, 365 for you. So I'm gonna be working at a tireless rate, walking through all of December, because when January 1 hits, and this is for people that are doing well too. You don't have to be losing in your league to get prepared for 2023. But we're almost halfway. We're exactly halfway through. Today's the 15th. November. We have 1 half of a month left and then a full month left, and then it's 2023 content. is 2023. I know the Super Bowl and all the playoffs still have, but I'm producing 2023 fantasy football content from January 1 going forward. All the rookie write-ups from the incoming rookie class, I'll have that all up. I'll be doing rookie video content as well here on the YouTube channel. So for all of you that are down and out right now and you're upset, in literally 1.5 months, I'm cranking out nonstop on top of, supporting the rest of the season and the playoffs and the Super Bowl and all that. I'm cranking out nonstop 2023 content. 2023 content starts literally in 1.5 months.
Mashed potatoes.
Is this our 1.1? Is this our 1.1? I don't really know. I don't know if this is our 1.1 going forward. Does anybody believe Kenneth Walker is the 1.1 in 2023 rookie mock drafting? Or not rookie mock draft, startup draft or redraft, startup draft, whatever. Dynasty. We're going to do a lot of Dynasty content too. I'm also going to stream starting in December. I'm going to try and do it this month too, but in December, I'm really going to try and hit it hardcore, streaming once a day, 8 to 10 minutes. No longer. I might even shut it to 10 minutes. We're doing 12. 8 to 10 minutes. Timer on screen. I hit the end button at 10 minutes sharp so that we can go live every single day on the Dynasty channel. For those that have not subscribed to the Dynasty channel, would you please do so right here, because this is going to be an absolute gem right here, this Dynasty channel. We're going live once a day on the Dynasty channel. We're going live at least once a day on this main channel, which will also have Dynasty content, mind you. It's not like we're not going to have Dynasty content on this channel because there is a Dynasty channel. The Dynasty channel exists for a different reason. Short little videos. 10 minutes or under videos only, unless we do a mock draft. So please subscribe to that Dynasty channel right there. And we'll do it live. So I have 2 questions before I go. And then I'll hit the super chats real quickly, and I will hit the voicemails again real quickly. Let's see if there's any more voicemails. 2 questions before I go. Question number 1, I'm going to put them on screen because I see this question a lot, and I asked it and I talked about it in the live premiere. This is a very, very, very fun and important question. Is JT the running back 1 right now go forward? I know a lot of you are going to say no. And that's fine. And there's no wrong or right answer here. But I would love to know what you guys think. Does anybody believe he's the number 1 running back going forward for 2022 week 11 on? I know he has a bye week in week 14. But here's my defending argument for this stance. And I said it in the live premiere. But some of you jumped right over here and you missed, that spiel. This guy was the 1.1 coming out of week 1. And I think this is, like I said in my premiere, go watch the premiere, the voicemail premiere. There's a bunch of voicemails I answer. But just like I said, Chris says no. Chris says no. And that's fine. Chris, there's not like there's a right or wrong answer here. And Work says no. Lone Sentinel says no. These are all fine. Nobody has to say this. We got a lot of yeses too. And some of these yeses might be that they're JT owners. And so there's all that has to be considered. But here's the question I pose or here's the defense I have for it, because I could flip the script and argue this on both sides. I'm not necessarily saying he is for sure the 1.1 if you were drafting today. Top 1 to 3 running back is fine too. But here's my argument for it. Before, in week 1, he exited week 1 as the 1.1. He had 161 yards, I believe, and a touchdown coming out of week 1. And this is a point that I feel like nobody talks about. It's a very, very understated argument for why we know JT is the 1.1 potentially. Not for sure. Not that he won't fluctuate. Not that it can't swap between Eckler and Barkley and Henry and CMC and JT. And they all just kind of are top 5. They're all very close top 5. But here's what I would say if I'm arguing in favor of JT being the 1.1. He showed it to us twice. He showed it to us in week 10, having a monster performance, having running back 1 to 5 overall type production. and then he showed it in week 1. So we have this sandwich of elite, and then garbage in between. But what supports the fact that it's the week 10 and week 1 performances that you need to look at and not the stuff in between? Injury. He was banged up. Yeah, and Kenneth Walker too. Injury. He was banged up. Team was falling apart. Offensive line playing crappy. This was one of the worst offensive lines in the league, even though they're one of the better offensive lines on paper and in terms of getting paid. So you got to ask yourself, is the team fixed? Now you might say, okay, let's not get carried away. This Saturday guy did a great job. Saturday came out, did an amazing job in his first coaching performance, motivated the team, but that's part of it. The morale was so low, so down. The running back one wasn't healthy. They couldn't move the football. Matt Ryan got hurt. Everything that was negative and making the Colts look god-awful has now changed and flipped. Ryan's healthy. JT's healthy, clearly. The offensive line's blocking well. That isn't something that's going to go away or they got lucky. Saturday talked about this. Jeff Saturday talked about this. He said he called out his offensive line, and he said, this is on you. You need to fix this. You need to step up. And the offensive line stepped up. They're remotivated. Matt Ryan looks good. Pittman's going to return to form. Pittman's going to stretch the field now, which is going to help the running attack. The running attack's going to support helping Pittman have room to navigate open space. Matt Ryan's going to be more productive. It's a cascading effect. And I truly believe that the 150-plus yard rusher in week 1 with the touchdown, the 140 to, what do you have this week, 140 what? 140 to 150 yard rusher in week number 10 and a touchdown. These two versions of JT on the front end and the back end are the 1.1 JT. I'm not saying to draft him 1.1 if you're drafting today. Moving forward, Walker, you can make an argument. Henry, Barkley, CMC. I'm not oblivious to this, that they're all arguably the 1.1. Okay, that's why I can say no. Is he the 1.1? No. I think that there's a grab bag. You could put all 5 of the top 5 or 6 running backs in a blender, turn it on, and pull one out and say this is the 1.1. So please understand that Eckler, Henry, CMC, you could even argue Chubb is still in that mix. They're all top 1 to 6 capable. Like anybody that says, heck no, how are you crazy? To any one of those players being ranked number 1 for somebody, that person's out of their mind. You cannot tell me that one of those running backs, yeah, and JJ's the 1.1 to most people. I get that, but in terms of running backs, who's the top 5 running back? Who's the number 1 running back? If you say it's Eckler, you're out of your mind. If it's anybody else but Eckler, you're out of your mind. If you say it's got to be Henry, no, it doesn't have to be Henry. It could be any one of those 6 running backs. My point being that I can defend JT as the 1.1 or the running back 1. I can defend it, and there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do. No one can take away my argument. No one can shoot down my argument. Nobody can make my argument look weak. Nobody. I challenge you. And you could disagree, and I'm fine with that. Again, I want people to understand, I'm not saying JT is my 1.1. I'm not saying JT is the running back 1. I'm saying there's nothing anyone can do to make the argument not valid or strong. You just can't do it. Everything you say to me, I can combat it. Everything you say about his injury or the team, I can combat it. Anything you say about his production, week 1, week 10, this is what's real. Weeks 2 through 9, not real. The offense, weeks 2 through 9, not the same offenses in week 1 and week 10. You can say whatever you want, but you can do nothing about it because I don't care. JT is potentially, not for sure, potentially the number 1 running back going forward. Plain and simple. Not for sure, and there's no way, there's no disagreement, Moon, because I already took away your ammunition. I didn't say this was it. I said you can argue it. Just like you can argue whatever point you're about to make. Whichever running back you think can be the 1.1. That's what I'm saying, broski. That's what I'm saying. You could be right too. Okay, 80% of your games are bust. Now you can be, what does this say? Lake Show says, if 80% of your games are bust, how can you be the running back one? I don't think Lake Show listened to a word I said. And I don't know if this is for me, Bri, but I still appreciate you. So, welcome, Bri. Buckle up, Bri. It's gonna be a long rest of the season. If you think JT's gonna fall flat on his face, that's all I'm gonna say. Okay, super chats, and then we're gonna go. It's uncomfortable. This conversation is uncomfortable for a lot of people, and I get that, and I'm okay with it. I'm quite all right with it. Yeah, this is the right attitude here. Anybody that has a definitive so-and-so is the 1.1, it's a ridiculous stance. This is the right stance. This is the only stance. And anybody that's saying no, I disagree. What are you disagreeing with? I just told you that it's 6 players. It's 6 players. It's not one player. There's 6 players that are arguable as the 1.1. 7. Probably 7. People don't listen. This is the right stance right here. Everyone's saying no. Absolutely not. Disagree. This is the stance. The 1.1's up for grabs. Nobody has it. Nobody has it. Love Walker, my guy. Oh, man. Oh, we have a $20 hauler in the building, by the way, guys. I'm sorry I missed this when I was ranting and raving. $20 hauler from my dude. Where's he at? Yusuf with a $20 hauler.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes! Yeah, buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Sounds like Kupp should be done for the season, but I'm not running that team. Yeah, he will be, bro. They're gonna give him the 4 weeks, but there's just no way. They should rush him back. Smitty, I have Fields and Kyler. Should I just traded Kupp and Kyler for ETN? Kupp and Kyler for ETN. If it's a 1 QB league, highway robbery, bro. I wouldn't be surprised if your league mates got so mad about this, they started to try and peel this one back in an unfair fashion to you. You know, like you didn't do anything wrong, but they're going to be like, Kupp's out now. Let's go ahead and protect the rest of us and not let Yusuf pull off a boss move. Absolutely, Smitty.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Blaine says, I own JT and can still say this guy is basically saying I'm smoking the pipe. Par for the course. Par for the course, bro. I love how mad the JT doubters are getting. They do. They get so angry. They're just, I don't know what it, I think it comes down to the fact that they either missed the boat on it. They either traded him. Yeah, they sold him for a bag of chips and they're mad. Because there's no logical explanation for being against somebody that says JT. Like, listen to the words coming out of my mouth. For the people saying I'm smoking a pipe right now, or the clown emoji, who said Bri with the clown emoji? It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that someone like Bri or anybody in here could say something like, wrong, you're high, clown emoji, from the simple statement of he could be the 1.1. He could be the running back one going forward. What in your world, and I'm speaking to every doubter or clown emoji poster in here right now, what in the world makes you think that statement's wrong? I don't understand. It has to come from a place of you're disappointed in the decision you made or something. I don't understand it. I don't get how you can come with a hardcore stance against this. I don't understand. It doesn't make sense. The only explanation is they got burned. You're upset. There's bias involved. There's no bias on this side of the table. There's no bias on this side of the table. I don't wear this clown suit or have this pipe in my hand. I know some of you think this is a pipe. This is not. This is... I just smashed my my power bank. This isn't a pipe. This is for making decisions. This is for me saying clown emoji for saying JT could be a top 1 to 5 running back. You take a lap. You take a lap on my show. You take a lap. Clown emojis. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievable. This feels like Bizarro World to me. Not to mention I'm a little delirious right now. And that's not affecting my opinion at all. You guys know that. This is me like feeling like I'm in Bizarro World. I feel like I'm floating above my body right now when I see people say things like JT can't be the running back 1. Like, what world do you live in? What world do you live in where that isn't possible? I don't understand. What season are you playing in Madden? Did you fall asleep, hit your head, and think you woke up in a different time? Yeah, TM42 Rashad White seasons getting ready. Okay, let me hit these super chats real quick. I love it. I love it too because like this is a breaking news video. This captured like a new audience in a way. Like some people that this type of topic is going to corral in a handful of new people. And so you can always tell on one of these breaking news videos if I come out with a hot take in the middle of it. Someone new to the channel is like, can't believe this. Can't believe what I'm hearing right now. I'm stuck in week 5. Let's go to Bry's room. Bry, we're coming for you. Time machine. JT's gonna return to running back 1 in week 10. Okay, go back to sleep, Brian. This was just a dream. All right. Hopefully we help Bry. Bry, that one was for you, bro. I did that for you. I went back in time, planted the seed in your head. I hope this works out for you, Bry. I hope Bry comes into the chat right now. I think we may have affected the past. We may have affected the past. We'll find out. If Bry shows up into the chat and says, guys, JT to the moon, we know we changed the past. We changed the course of history. So, Bry, if you're out there, can you please let us know if it worked? Bry. Bry. Calm down. Bry. How do you like JT right now, Bry? Let's wait for Bry's answer. You like JT, Bry? Let's see what Bry says. Super chats. Let's get these bad boys all nailed down. Thank you, Yusuf, for your super chat. And what a monster trade you pulled off, bro. You absolute monster. Is Bry here? I hope we didn't affect like the space-time continuum. Bry might not have made it to this new world. We might have crossed streams like in Ghostbusters, and Bry got caught in a different universe. I don't see Bry here anymore. We erased Bry. We erased Bry. There's no more clown emojis. Oh boy. I think we erased him, bro. That sucks. Trade Chase for Dameon Pierce and Aaron Jones. This is a tough one because you're getting two running backs here, and I don't know the context, Michael, and I probably won't remember if you follow up, okay? So you don't need to. I'll give you kind of a blanket answer. I'd rather have Dameon Pierce and Aaron Jones. Number one, I believe you can trade one of these guys for a wide receiver that's at least in the ballpark. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he could be in the ballpark. Smitty, who's the next man up after Cooper Kupp? Allen Robinson is going to be the guy that benefits, bro. You know, Higbee will benefit. Van Jefferson's going to benefit. And then that other guy, what's his name? Shrek, or whatever his name is. I forget his name. What's that guy's name? I'm going to have to look it up, aren't I? All right, here we go. I call him Shrek. What's his name? You never remember his name. It's like a craziest name in the world. There's no way he can become big with this name. Let's just call him Shrek. It's Skowronek. Same thing. Shronik, same thing. Yeah, Shrek, pick him up, I guess, but I just can't see him being big with that name. Call me illogical, if that's how I base it, but I don't know. I guess, once they said, hey, this new thing's called Google, and we laughed at that. Some of you weren't born then. I remember laughing at Google. What kind of name is that? Maybe Shrek ends up being a monster. But probably going to be A-Rob, then Van Jefferson, then Shrek, in that order. But this one, I do this trade pain because I think Pierce and Chase, like, one could argue that they'd rather have Pierce than an injured Chase. And we just learned with Kupp, you mess around with injured players, except for Andrews. I do love trading for Andrews. You mess around with injured players, 80% of the time it burns you, bro. Unless you're getting a screaming steal. But you could trade Pierce or Aaron Jones for a DK. Or Aaron Jones for a DK. Pierce you wouldn't trade for DK, but you get my point. Like, you could come out of this with the worst case of Pierce and DK for Chase. Like, would you not take that? Like, pain, you got to do this trade. Rockout says, I got A-Rob and B-Rob. Who can I get for him? I mean, B-Rob looked pretty good. He wasn't, like, ultra efficient, but, I mean, the production was there. He looked strong at times. I think you could maybe make a decent little trade. Who do you go after? No Chase news right now. And there's a very strong chance he doesn't come back for a week or two. We still don't know. They didn't put him on IR, which means they hoped that maybe he could come back before 4 weeks, which is what IR does. It keeps you out for 4 weeks. But there's a lot of other things at play there. So who could you get for A-Rob and B-Rob? Like, trading them both together, I mean, you can maybe get a DK. You can maybe rip someone off and get a Hopkins. You can maybe get a Pierce on the low. You could maybe get an Andrews. You could maybe get a quarterback upgrade, Rockout. Those are all potential options for you. Appreciate you, my guy. Rockout's my dude. Rockout's been rocking out here from the very beginning. Trey Should we trade for Kupp for cheap in Dynasty right now? Define cheap to me, Trey, but yes, I'm okay with that. I believe he will have at least one elite year left. I don't think this will affect him in the 2023 season, but he is getting older. He's not a spring chicken. But yeah, I would buy him for a team that might be in win now mode. You can go scoop him up in Dynasty, hold him for a lot cheaper price than you'd be paying in 2023 startup drafts. So Smitty approved that move. Trade Devontae Smith for J-Rob, Jeff Wilson, or Jamal Williams. Trade Devontae Smith for Jeff Wilson. Yes. Jamal next. Yes. The rest are J-Rob. No. But yeah, I like that, bro. This is a $10 hauler from Hero.
To the moon.
Hero, appreciate you. I'm still laughing at this pushback on the JT. Could be is all I said. JT could be. Everyone could be anything. JT could be the running back one. Go forward. I still am in awe. I'm in awe. I'm in awe at the ability to not see to your left or right, to be tunnel vision focused, be completely blind outside of your purview, and be like, no. No! He can't return to form. It's impossible. It's like unbelievable focus you doubters have. To be like, no, you're giving me a definitive no. You're not saying, I don't think so. I could see it, Smitty, but I do disagree. You're giving me a no. You have the answer. Doubters and clown emoji posters have the actual answer. Like, what am I doing here? You should have a show. You should have a show. If you know the answer already, if it's a definitive no, why don't you have a show? Why don't you go develop something you know on your own show, and then we'll all go and watch it and enjoy, laugh. Unbelievable, bro. 8-2, super hero with the $10 hauler. All $10 haulers get a moonshot. 8-2. I've got such my voice is shot. It's sore. Body aches. I have a cold. Who knows what it is? Maybe it's the 19 again. It's only struck me twice before. But your boy Smitty's down and out, and I'm screaming and yelling. It's 11 o'clock. I mean, yeah, go get a show. Go get a show. Smitty was pretty confident with JT before Sunday. I was very, very confident in it. Smitty, what's your advice on K Williams now that Kupp is out? Who's K Williams? Kyron Williams? Are we calling Kyron K now? It's not even spelled right. Isn't K... Are you talking about Kay Adams? Didn't she move to a different network, bro? We can't afford to hire Kay Adams yet. We're still on the up and up, bro. We're still in developmental mode. We're like JT. We're under the radar, apparently. Kyron, I don't know. This doesn't help Kyron or Kay. I do like Kyron Williams, but I feel like they're not going to be able to block. They're not going to be able to throw. They're not going to be able to run. They're not going to be able to eat. They're not going to be able to sleep. They're not going to be able to do anything. JT, a top running back moving forward? Western, that's a great question. Should I answer? Or no, I won't get started again. Western, rewatch the previous about 7 minutes ago, and then go back about 30 minutes. I might have talked for a while. Before the K Adams segment. The K Williams segment. Everyone's typing in K Williams. Like, who's K Williams? This guy sounds like he might be on the rise because of the Cooper Kupp injury. My wife is gonna come down here if I keep laughing. All right, Rush. We'll try and keep it on the low. Okay, Hero. I'm sorry about this, bro. Smitty, you can take your new attitude and your sunglasses and stick them up your. Why, Jack? What did I do to you? Jack says, Smitty, you can take your new attitude and your sunglasses and stick them up your rear end. Unsubscribe. I don't know what I did to Jack. Did Jack say something? Let me see. Let me go look for Jack. You don't have to take out all of his messages there, mods. Man, Jack, I was just joking, bro. I guess that's the price I pay for trying to be humorous. Like, I thought Jack was our dude. Huh. I guess I can't play around with anybody. Jack, I was just joking, bro. Jeez. Jack unsubscribed over the K. Williams comment. Jack, it was a typo. We're joking around about a typo. I mean, goodness gracious. I don't know why. I don't know why people take things so personally. Take my new glasses and shove them. Jack, I thought we were buddies, bro. What's going on? Let's see if Jack stays. I don't know if Jack was just joking or... That's unbelievable. I think if I type something wrong and someone joked around about, like, hey, who's this K. Williams character, I'd be like, it's freaking autocorrect. Like, I don't think I would have taken it the way that... Did I sound like a total jerk to him? Like, I kind of thought I was just joking around about... I don't understand. Like, how am I supposed to have fun? Like, everyone's laughing in here. We're having a good time. Jordan's going to create another... I don't know why. You guys, be nice to Jack. I don't want you guys going at him. I hate when you guys pile on when I'm talking to somebody and then they feel really unwelcomed. But I don't know where Jack went. Unbelievable. He's typed it wrong. Is that a big deal, Jack? Are we really to the point where we can't joke around anymore? 8-2. God, I'm sorry, Hero. 8-2. First, Dak, Adams, Amon-Ra, Walker, Tony Pollard, Taysom, Lenny, Connor, Kirk, Gino, Devernay. Deadline Saturday. Want to trade Fournette at all costs. You're not trading Fournette. Don't get mad at me, Hero, and unsubscribe, because I'm going to go at you a little bit here on this. Like, I swear, man. Like, what am I allowed to do? D. Cannon says, come on, Smitty. Come on what, D. Cannon? Come on what? What's D. Cannon mad about now? I'm waiting for D. Cannon's response. Come on, Smitty. Sad faces. About what? What did I do now, D. Cannon? Apparently, I shouldn't even speak. And I'm about to like poke a little fun at Hero in his super chat, but I'm afraid everyone's gonna go running. God, when were we not having fun anymore, Jack? Deadline Saturday. No one's trading for Fournette, Hero. No one's trading for Fournette. He's injured. He probably lost his job even before the injury happened. Okay, thank you, D. Cannon. I was just wondering what I said to you now. Now Isaac just trying to get attention. He says, come on, Smitty. Oh, boy. Maybe try trading Fournette with, I don't know, Kirk and Fournette. Like, maybe you can use Lenny as a little bit of just a little bit of like gravy or window dressing here, you know, like gift wrapping. You're going to gift wrap Kirk up a little bit. Christian Kirk, let me gift wrap him and Lenny. And then let me hand you the duo. You get a free Lenny. Buy one Kirk, get one Lenny free. And maybe you could trade that for like a DK. Maybe you could trade that for... I'm more offended that he didn't like my glasses than he's mad at me. Take your new glasses and shove them up your rear end. Like, Jack, come on, bro. Are we really going there? These glasses, I just bought them. I'm not putting them on my... These things are actually pretty expensive. These are $80 glasses. They're blue light blocking glasses for my migraines, Jack. Okay, these aren't for me to try and look cool. I got two different pairs, but these are the $80 versions. They flex, Jack. Look, they flex like maybe we should flex when I'm joking around, and just have a little bit of give, little give, little forgive, and little give. At least he noticed my new glasses. That's true. I really wish hope he comes back. Hope he's like, I'm sorry, I just took offense to it, and I didn't mean to type. Like it was like a fun joke too. That's the part. And I don't need people to tell me, Smitty, let it go. Don't let him bother you. This is part of the show. Okay, I'm not overdoing anything. I'm not letting anybody get to me. This is part of our conversation that we have. Mars says he thinks that the glasses are making you an a-hole. And Mars basically saying, automatically help for review. Terry, stop blocking everything. Anybody says anything bad about me, Terry takes it right away. Terry, you don't need to do that. We're good, bro. Maybe Terry didn't block that. Terry, maybe you didn't block that. Maybe you approved that. Maybe Terry approved it. I don't know. It's okay. Terry, everybody can make fun a little bit once in a while. It's all good. Terry defends me to the end. Don't ever change any of this. I'm trying not to, bro, but it's just like, like I thought Jack was a pretty good follower. And so it kind of does disappoint me a little bit. Cooper Kupp looks to be done for a while. And I said 1 to 2 weeks like a clown, says Andrew. Andrew, appreciate that. Yeah, Terry's a bulldog. Terry doesn't mess around. You come at me, Terry's at your front door. Terry's waiting for you. You think this team can win a league, Smitty? What team? Oh, Hero. I'm sorry, Hero. Yeah, I think... I'm having fun reading the chat today for some reason. Maybe I need to stay away from the chat. I'm gonna start losing followers. I'm just really hoping to see Jack come back into the chat. I really am. I'm just like looking. Jack doesn't know he's living rent free in my head right now. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you back. I'm going to think about Jack all day long. I'm going to be like, man, that guy Jack, is he can ever come back? Jack, come back. Hey, Jack, I got a proposition for you. You call in, not for a bad call. You call in, I'll give you a free content membership for 2023, Jack. Okay, Hero, trade Kirk and Fournette for one player. That's my best advice for you. If we're looking at like what could that be? What kind of wide receiver could that be? That could be an Evans. You might rob somebody for an Evans using Kirk and Fournette. You might rob somebody of a you have Amon-Ra, don't you, already? We can't use Amon-Ra. Man. Andrews. What about Andrews? Who's your tight end? Andrews. What about Andrews, bro? Go get Andrews. You know what I'm saying? Who's your tight end? Taysom. Yeah, you could do that. Go get Andrews. Go give up Leonard Fournette and Kirk for Andrews. And do it live. You've got Connor. You'll be fine. Who's your other running back? Walker. You'll be fine. You got Adams. You got Amon-Ra. You're good to go. Use Lenny to upgrade Dak. Maybe a tiny bit. Those are all moves I think you can make, bro. Quarterback upgrade. This one's from Top Gun. Top Gun says Sutton, Peoples, Watson, Van Jefferson, Tony. Who should I choose from the waiver wire? Well, I mean, I do have a waiver wire video, Top Gun, and on that waiver wire, I believe it would rank of the, let's see here, Flex, Sutton, Peoples, Watson, probably Tony. Probably Tony from this list. Even over Sutton. Top Gun. I'd probably say Tony. Tony's exciting right now. Christian Watson or Tony. Watson's probably safer. Tony's got more upside. Smitty, I'm here, man. Appreciate you, Terry. We see you. We see you. You're on patrol, bro. We couldn't miss that. Thoughts on a trade offer? Dak, Mixon for Eckler. What should I offer for Eckler? I have Hurts, Mixon, Barkley, Higbee, Amon-Ra, Schultz, Olave, benches, Rashad White, Pierce, Dak, Mooney, Pickens, Sutton. Do I play or stay? Do I stay put? Thoughts on a trade offer? Dak, Mixon for Eckler. I think is this a 2 QB? If it's not a 2 QB, like what would make you even stutter step on this one? I mean, you give up Dak, who's your backup quarterback, and you upgrade Mixon into maybe the top 3 running back in Eckler. Home run. Do I stay put? No, I don't. I go get the top 3 player, and I do it live.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Now, if this is a super flex, you have a little bit bigger of a dilemma on your hands. But moonshot for
To the moon.
$10 hauler. All $10 haulers get moonshots. Zinski dropping the $2 wad. PPR trade Chubb for ETN. Chubb has a tough playoff schedule. Yeah, I mean, I don't mind that. I'd try and get more if you can. If you can't, push comes to shove, I probably do like ETN a little bit more. I do. Trade CMC for JJ. I would. I think with the news that Kyle Shanahan potentially wants to, this news right here, give both Christian McCaffrey and Eli Mitchell about even workload. Not that doesn't make me run for the hills, but it makes me concerned enough to say I don't think he's my 1.1 over JJ. I have Saquon and ETN. Give me JJ, bro. I mean, the bye week's out of the way. Not that it isn't for CMC, but I mean, there's no concerns there. You're not like stepping backwards in terms of that. I take JJ, and I think I would say 95% of the chat would tell you JJ. 95% of the chat would say JJ. It's JJ Smitty. Smitty, check the live chat voicemail. Yeah, people could disagree with me too. That's fine. I just don't know why there's hardline stances that are like in like, you know, clown form. Like, Smitty, you're a clown for liking JT as a top 1 to 5 running back. Because that's all I said. I didn't say he was number 1. I said he's 1 to 5. He's in the 1 to 5 conversation. JT could be 1. He could be 5. JT could be 1. He could be 6. JT could be 1. He could be 3. 8 and 2. Trade CMC for JJ. Yes. Do it live, Sean.
You've just been Smitty approved.
And I don't even have to check with the chat. I can speak for the chat. The chat says yes. CD for Kamara and Godwin. I take Kamara and Godwin, and I whoa, Ziggy. I take Kamara and Godwin. Thank you, Slayer. Appreciate you. No news on Jamar, Jacob. Not yet. I take Kamara and Godwin. Look, Godwin's... I'd rather have CeeDee Lamb. But Godwin's not that far away from CeeDee Lamb that we're turning down a free Alvin Kamara, Jay.
You've just been Smitty approved.
It's a good trade. It's a real good trade. Did Jack ever come back? I don't understand. I just want to know why the glasses are so... Oh, this guy, David. What's up, David? You don't intimidate me. $10 holler. To the moon.
To the moon.
I shouldn't do this while I'm sick. All right, David says, put in for Schultz in free agency. Okay. Should I wait until after tomorrow and see if I can get him Kelsey and Andrews owner and try and trade both of those guys first and third in my league? I'm second. It's hard to understand this. Put in for Schultz in free agency. Should I wait till after tomorrow and see if I got him, or go to the Kelsey Andrews owner and try and trade for both? Okay. It doesn't hurt to just go after both, bro. Like, I don't think I'm holding off a trade. I go get Schultz, but I also would, you could trade him if push comes to shove, bro. So from gym rat to gym rat here. This is my gym. I would go ahead and go get Andrews. I don't think you're getting Kelsey on the cheap. You could try. I'd certainly make a Kelsey trade. But I would go get Andrews, and if you get Schultz and Andrews, you trade Schultz. I think somebody would take him. He's a good waiver wire ad if he's out there.
To the moon.
But definitely love the idea of buying low on Andrews, man. He's so dirt cheap right now. He's absolutely phenomenal. David, appreciate you, Dave. Dave and I work out. We get a pump in once in a while. Texas made 88 is a troll. Slayer said. You helped me before. Should I trade Stevenson and Amon-Ra for Jefferson? And Jeff Wilson, yes. Yeah, do that. Look, I love Stevenson. I love Amon-Ra. But Jefferson alone is probably arguable here. And you're getting Jeff Wilson. It's phenomenal. Cole, do it live. And I can speak for the entire chat that you need to do that trade. A $10 hauler from Charles.
To the moon.
Charles, I appreciate you. Would you drop Pitts for Komet? I suppose, yeah. If you have to make that drop, I'd rather own both. Took the L this week, 7-3. Fields, Swift, Patterson, Komet to the moon. I mean, yeah. I mean, Komet's got back-to-back 2 TD games. His last 3 games have been fire. His last 3 or 4. And it just so happens Fields has been fire at that same time. So, Charles, I don't think it's a coincidence that Komet's going off and Fields is going off. And they may continue to go off together. So, I missed you at the gym the other night, Smitty. You're slacking, my guy. I am. Smitty is allowed to have fun. It's his own show. You don't like it, bye. Is somebody else popping off, or are you still stuck on the other thing? David is a juicer. Hey, David, you juice, bro? Are we gonna call you Juice Box, David? No, are you all natural, baby? David. David juicing. That's fake news. David's fine. David's swole. Look at that guy. That needs to be my bodyguard. Yeah, I wish Jack would come back. I don't know why Jack left. I wasn't that. I was just making fun of the autocorrect. I've done it. I've done that before. It's not like I'm picking on him. I need this to be my bouncer right here. So we're gonna hire David the first chance we get. Drop Taysom for Komet. Yeah, the same question basically. Yeah, I would take Komet over Taysom for sure. Pitts I try and keep, but I'd definitely rather have Komet over Pitts right now. Doesn't mean I would cut Pitts, but I would certainly do it if I had to. All right. Yeah, I think Jack's gone. That's a shame because I like Jack. I don't know why he didn't like me. Just play on words, man. Poor Jack. Jack, come back. Ryan, appreciate your voice message. Let's go to Michael. I appreciate your voice message. I think this is old.
Hey, Smitty, would you trade Chase for Pierce or Aaron Jones?
For Pierce or Aaron Jones? You said Aaron Jones and Pierce earlier, didn't you?
Hey, Smitty, would you trade Chase for Pierce or Aaron Jones?
Didn't you say Pierce and Aaron Jones earlier, Payne? Because I answered this question, the super chat, as if it was both. And your question here is different. This one says or. So maybe you're changing it up and asking me or. This question here is and. So if it's or, I probably am taking Pierce over Jamar Chase, but I don't know about Aaron Jones. Maybe it depends on the running back situation. That would definitely influence me a little bit. Let me see if my YouTube exclusive group or my Instagram exclusive group has any more voice messages. I don't think they do. Tyler, thank you for your voice message, my guy. I think that does it. Your boy Smitty's a little tired. I'm a little under the weather, which is why I wish that Jack would cut me some slack because I'm out of sorts on top of that. I don't think my vice is off, I want to preface. The JT stuff's been sitting the same the entire way. This isn't like a change in thinking. But, you know, I wish Jack would have cut me some slack because I'm out of sorts. I'm under the weather. I got a cold. And I'm just having a little fun. Just trying to keep a little sanity. And I hope Jack returns. Jack, I like you, bro. I thought you were a really good follower. I'm a little disappointed. I got to admit, I'm a little disappointed. I really, really like Jack. And I never want anybody to feel offended. It's just joking around. Like, it was funny. Autocorrect. It's not, I mean, how many times... If I sent you one of the autocorrects, I had one of the worst autocorrects in the history of autocorrects. I forget what it was now. I'll go look for it. I got a screenshot of it. It's awful. It's the worst thing I've ever sent. It's like, I don't know what. Something about it. It was a player trade. And it was crazy. It says something like really embarrassing. And I was trying to say, fire him up or something. Just traded Pittman for Debo. Thoughts on this? Yeah, I could get behind that. Not to mention you could flip that for more if you wanted to. But that's buying low. That's okay. I don't like owning Debo when I drafted him high. And I'm still holding on to him at this probably not the same value at all. But like he can go up and down. You know, so Mar says he had a super chat that I missed. Let's see, Mar. I feel like I didn't miss your super chat. Trade Devontae for J-Rob Wilson or Jamal. I answered this one. Mar. I certainly did. Trade Devontae. I said not J-Rob. Jeff Wilson 100%. And probably still Jamal. I think it's a verbatim answer that I gave you, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, my guy. I'm not feeling good right now. I'm feeling pretty bad. Jeff Wilson for Sanders over there. Jeff Wilson. JT or Walker Smitty. That's a tough one, Sean. I love both of them. They're both equal in my mind right now. Honestly, I'm not trying to double talk you. I just think they're both almost identical. They're both IDQual right now. Unbelievable. Robert with a $20 holler. Robert.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes! Yeah, buddy.
Andy.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
2 back-to-back 20s. I can buy some NyQuil now. I'm headed to the... No, I can't go anywhere. I'll tell Miss Smitty to pick it up. NyQuil and ice cream on Robert and Andy. Robert said, Smitty, don't trust B-Rob in the flex to win. Should I try to get Komet off waivers or McKinnon? B-Rob is also on waivers. Can't please everyone, Smitty. Jack is just having a moment. I hope he comes back because I really like Jack. Like that was it is a little disappointing to me because like I really liked the guy. Like he just all of a sudden thought I was a jerk. So that's probably why I keep talking about it because I really didn't want Jack to leave. Like I like Jack. So it kind of made me like just joking around, man. I mistype stuff all the time. I mistype stuff in my videos. Like there'll be like I'll type the word Eckler and I forgot like an E. It was like Eckler in the whole video, and I'm like, gosh, dang it, man. Who's Ecker? Who's Ecker? Like I mean, I make fun of myself. As for this question, my good man Robert, I mean, I'm probably saying B-Rob over. Do we like Komet over B-Rob in the flex, guys? Or are we going with B-Rob, who got some good production and looked good in the... I mean, he looked good at times. He didn't have great yards per carry end of day. But does anybody like Komet over B-Rob in the flex? Can we get a group chat on that? Group vote? I'd love to see... I would love to see a vote on this. No joking around. This is Mr. TD. B-Rob says Ricky. Ricky Bobby. If you're not first, you're last. Thank you, Ricky, for being first. I hope Jack didn't. No, Jack. Come on. Jack. Hopefully Jack comes back. And I don't want anybody clowning on Jack. Stop. We don't do that. We don't pile it on. We don't run people off. B-Rob all day. B-Rob. B-Rob. Komet season. B-Rob. I kind of agree, man. I know you don't trust him, and I don't blame you. I just don't know. I don't know if I'm starting Komet over him. I like Komet, though. And I probably pick both up, and I trade Komet. Part of me wonders if you could trade Komet for a better player than B-Rob. Though, like, I think Robert might be onto something. Komet's very valuable as a tight end, given the scarcity at tight end right now. Maybe you pick up Komet and you trade him for a better running back than B-Rob. So, I mean, I guess I'd also ask, who's your tight end? My voice is about to drop this very second. Like, I have a really bad sore throat, and now I've just made it 10 times worse by going live for an hour and 20 minutes. I have a feeling I'm not going to be here for the 7 p.m. show, guys. I'm just letting you know up front, and I apologize. I'll try and put a message up on the YouTube channel if I don't show up, or I might come on here for a minute, or I might just do a quick little schedule premiere to let people know I won't be here or something. But Eagles can't stop the run. I got you, bro. But I guess I'm kind of like agreeing with you in a way, Robert, that maybe. Yeah, B-Rob is playing Houston, says Andy. I'd probably say B-Rob, but if you're able to get more in a Komet trade, I like Komet. It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad like strategy if you think you can pull that off, because Komet's going to be a hot commodity. Since I found your channel, have made trades to get Hurts, AJB, Amon-Ra, Walker, and just traded Mixon for ETN this week. Debo is my flex, and tried to package him for Andrews. No dice. Swift is the best I can get for him. I don't think I'd take Swift over Debo. I think I still work to try and get rid of I don't know. What do you guys think, Swift or Debo? Probably Debo. Swift feels so risky right now. I think Swift could rebound. I do. But I think at the cost of Debo, no. I mean, I buy him a lot lower than that. But Anthony, appreciate you, man, and I appreciate your super chat. I appreciate your kind words, and I'm very, very appreciative that your team looks good after you said that, because I've had people come on here before and Smitty, I've been following you ever since my team's fire, and then they drop this bad team, and I'm like, no, don't attach me to that. Your team is good, and I like it, and that's a Smitty approved team.
You've just been Smitty approved.
Yeah, Debo votes right out of the gate. So, where's Jack? Is he here yet? I think Ozzy's watching delayed or from behind because he's laughing right now. I hope Jack comes back, man. Debo all night, says Robert. Appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for the $20 haulers. Super chat. So we got those 220s out of the way. I got two more here. One from Kyle, one from Owen. Kyle says, do I trade Kamara and Mike Evans for Cooper? Cooper and ETN. Amari Cooper, I assume, right? Kamara and Mike Evans for Amari Cooper and ETN. I take Kamara and Evans. I like ETN a lot, but I don't like Amari Cooper as much. So it's a big discrepancy there. Trade Fournette plus Fields or Lamar for who? Fournette, and I'd probably keep Fields, I guess, right now, but I do like Lamar. I think people shouldn't be getting rid of Lamar cheap, but you have two quarterbacks, so I don't blame you here. So Fields and Lamar, I guess it depends on the QB needy teams, bro. Like, I can make up a couple names for sure, but I don't know if these owners will own these guys. The QB needy teams, I'm trading Lamar and Fournette for Andrews and something. I'm trading Lamar and Fournette for Hopkins, for any of the top 7 wide receivers. I'm trading them for ETN, Walker, even Stevenson, somebody I would look to, but I feel like you don't need to give up both of them for that. But Andrews comes to mind, man. God, JT would have been beautiful for this trade, and you could have got him a week and a half ago. You could have got JT for this valuation of Fields right now, and the valuation of Fournette even on the low. I don't think I'm opening the phone lines today, K9, because it's going to freeze my system. I got to figure out what's going on. I think the show's got too much power. It's just freezing, and I've got I upgraded my computer. It's not necessarily it's something to do with everything I got going on at once to try and power this thing. But do I trade Kamara and Evans for? Oh, I already got that one. Thank you, appreciate you. Trade Fournette. Michael got offered Eckler, Cooper, Judy for Kenneth Walker, St. Brown, Foreman. Eckler, Cooper, Judy. I'd take Kenneth Walker, St. Brown, Foreman. That's a boatload. Daniel offered Metcalf for Devontae Smith. I'd take Metcalf in a heartbeat. First time on the show. Daniel, please hit that subscribe button if you're new, bro. Please hit that subscribe button. And I appreciate your super chat, first of all, on your first ever show. I hope you enjoyed yourself. This is kind of how we do it on the lives. But your boy Smitty's live Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. I just might miss my first show in a long time because I'm feeling sick. Anyway, that's all she wrote for today. If I missed a super chat, please let me know in the comments that I missed it, and I will take care of you. I will see you all on the flip side. Hopefully I go live at 7 p.m. Eastern. I don't think I will, but I could, and I may go live anyway on a premiere to let everybody know I'm not going live. So I will see you all later. Daniel loves the show so far. Daniel, I don't think that will change. I think you're going to continue to love it, Daniel. And on that note, Daniel, since this is your first show, let's hit Daniel with a Kenneth Walker animation on the way out the door. Daniel, I assume you like a little Kenneth Walker. I assume you're okay with a little Kenneth Walker track. Let's hit this for Daniel on the way out the door. Let's salute Daniel. Daniel to the moon.
To the moon.
Daniel's first show. He dropped a super chat on his first show. This is for Jack.
To the moon.
Jack to the moon. I hope Jack comes back and finds his way home. I really do, and I mean that. And I want everybody to stop saying anything negative about Jack. I didn't even mean to drive him away. I actually really liked Jack, and he left without me even able to explain myself. I feel like he left me, and I'm left without the ability to pick up the pieces. You know, I feel helpless in this separation between Jack and I, and I don't like the feeling I have. Jack's living rent free in my head for the remainder of the day. I feel bad because I really like Jack, and I'm sending Jack to the moon.
To the moon.
Yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand what I did. I don't understand what I did. He went as far as to rip on the glasses too. Like I really did bad. I don't know. I didn't mean it. Okay, so Daniel says he likes a little Kenneth Walker. So on the way out the door, this is to Daniel. This is also dedicated to Jack. See you all potentially later. Thank you, Andrew.
Kenneth Skywalker. Kenneth Lightsaber Swinging Skywalker.
If you stop sending me these terrible fantasy football trade offers now, that will be the end of it. I will not look for you. I will not pursue you. But if you don't, I will look for you. I will find you. And I will tell the commissioner on you.
I'm live, just so all of you know, especially the new people, I'm live Monday through Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern, every single Monday through Friday, but maybe today because I'm sick. But we'll see. Live breaking news. I'm news. I'm live whenever news breaks. As you can tell, I'm a little out of sorts right now. I'm live whenever news breaks, like today. This is Cooper Kupp video right here. It's live breaking news. I'm live. I just go live. I'm live Monday through Friday. On top of that, I'm live Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday at 7 at midnight Eastern, roughly. And I probably won't be live tonight at midnight Eastern. We'll see. We'll see how I feel. I appreciate you all. Peace out for now. Thank you for all the super chats. Thank you for all the new people. David, go pump some iron, bro. Get a pump in. All right, later. Thank you, Payne. Appreciate you. Thank you, Slayer. Thank you, Kurt. Thank you, Payne. Thank you, Rush. Thank you, Robert. Thank you, Mr. TD. Thank you, Jack. Appreciate Jack. I hope he comes back. Later. Goddard isn't doubtful, Robert. He's out multiple weeks. I'd rather have Amon-Ra St. Brown, Alejandro. Do it live. Daniel will be back. Daniel, hit that bell icon. Subscribe, hit the bell icon so you're notified whenever I go live. Appreciate you. Daniel's new. We lost Jack, but we gained a Daniel today. It's a good day when we next man up. Next man up, Daniel. Daniel's our new Jack, but I do hope Jack returns. We got room for both of them in the starting lineup, so one door closes, another Daniel opens.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.